Hello, hello. Welcome in. My name is Nicole. I'm with Nicole's Recycled Treasures. If you are seeing the red live button, you are catching me live. If you no longer see the red live button, you are catching me on a replay. Please hit hashtag replay. Let me know you are here. Say hello. I will say hello back. I'm going to pull you guys up here. How is everybody tonight? I'll wait for a few of you to pop in. Why does Facebook always catch you at the worst time? I don't know if I'm frozen here. I feel like I'm frozen. It's not popping up on my iPad either. Do I have eyeballs? So we are just going to continue on with our Maryland tray, our antique brush, our antique comb. It doesn't want to pull up on my pad. I can't watch myself tonight. Facebook's being wonky, guys. I'm sorry. I know we were having problems last night with it too. We in here? Hi, Holly. Hello, how are you, Holly? Holly, your blessing bag went out today. So I mailed all those out today. I am not seeing this up on my iPad for some reason. And I know we were having problems last night. I couldn't see anybody's. Hi, I see Wanda came in here. Am I frozen on your screen, guys? Or is it just being super, super slow? Or my iPad just has too many things open. How are you guys? I'm hoping I will be able to see your comments tonight. There you are. Okay, you're coming in. I don't know. Maybe I just have a major lag. I do. I see it on my phone now. I have a major lag. There we go. All right, we're good. I saw a lot of people were having problems yesterday. All right. Not frozen. Hi, Pam. How are you? So, guys, whoever had blessing bags, I did mail them out today. So, Holly, you got it. I know Lisa from Crazy Moms got hers. I sent that out. Who else did I send them out to? I sent Rebecca's out. So, yeah. So, for those of you that were not here yesterday, we were talking about how I love like that vintage tray, like the old perfume trays that you put on, like your mother, your grandmother would have had on their dressers, that old school tray. And I've been looking for them forever, and I've always wanted one. Haven't picked one up yet, but it comes with like the brush. You can get the mirror, the comb. So I decided to do my own. So last night we did the Maryland tray, and I want to kind of play with the color a little bit more tonight. I actually left everything the way it was because I left this room yesterday. I went straight downstairs to do the trees. Hi, Lisa. How are you? So then we also did the mirror. So this was originally black, and we kind of did the same paint scheme. So when trays get old, they go from like that silver and gold, and they kind of have all of them. Hi, Lisa. How are you, darling? I was just saying I sent your bag out today. So they get that kind of old silver, funky silver gold kind of look. So that's what I was kind of going for with this. I wanted it to have that like old. I put some black in it. But I think I want to play with it a little more just around the diamonds. And we're going to do a brush to match. So I want the brush to be just like the mirror. Hi, Marcia. How are you? And we're going to do a comb. And I said yesterday it was like a crazy idea, but Jenny from Rose House Crafts, I saw an old video of her somehow popped up on my timeline, and I messaged her and I said, is that a mirror you were doing? And she said, yeah. And I watched the video. I'm like, that is the cutest idea. I've been wanting a vintage set forever and haven't gotten one. So I'm going to make one. So that's why we ended up doing this. So I'm going to go right back into just kind of fixing this black a little bit. And if I don't see your comments, I'm sorry. I'm in no way ignoring you. Facebook is being kind of, I don't know. I think they're doing an update, and a lot of people weren't getting the comments yesterday. I sat here like, no one's talking to me. I wasn't sure what was going on. And then I went on another live right after I jumped off of here and realized that it wasn't just me. It was everybody's Facebook. So people were having the same problem on other lives, and unfortunately, a lot of creators were just sitting there talking to themselves, wondering what was going on, including me. I wasn't sure what was happening. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. So we're just continuing on with this. I wanted to add a little more black. We did this diamond trim around the Maryland paper. I was originally going to go with a pearl trim, and then in true my form, I decided to change that whole theory right smack dab in the middle and say, nope, we're going to do diamonds. So I just want to kind of darken up around this trim. And then we're going to dry brush some more gold in here. Thank you, Jenny. You're so sweet. It's okay if you talk to yourself. We still like you. Hi, Shelly. Well, you know, I mean, I do tend to talk to myself a lot, but it's a little weird when you have a bunch of people watching you and you're talking to yourself. So I did get my trees up. I was up till about 2 o'clock this morning working on the trees. And I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I just heard my dog in the garbage can. Hey, Otis. It wasn't my dog, it was my husband. I have him downstairs wrapping again. This whole, I have to go live, I need you to help me wrap presents thing is really working for me. We just won't tell him that. So when I jump off of here, I actually realized I forgot to grab something at the store. So when I jump off of here, I'm going to run to the store super quick. I will post when I'm going to come back on live. I thought you were off for the week. I was off. So I worked Thursday. I was off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today, and I go back tomorrow. So yeah, I have to go back tomorrow. I can't take too many days off that close to Christmas. So they're already, you know, short-staffed as it is, even though I worked through that whole short-staff thing. Also, you kind of tend to feel guilty. I don't know why, but you do. Not to say I felt guilty about taking 5 days off, because I really needed it. And I still don't. I'm still not all organized. That's all right. There's always after the holidays, right? It's usually slow in the restaurant business after the holidays for a while, so if need be, I'm not feeling so guilty about taking time off anymore, so I may be doing it again. So I just wanted to go around those diamonds with more black, and then we're going to rub a little more gold into that. And it's kind of like a layering process. Was my dog just in here? I didn't even pay attention. I'm so used to him being around me that would be Otis. We were laughing that, you know, one day it's going to be the Otis show. He needs his own segment. He's a big old mutt. He's what they call that bully, American bully, or not American bully. Lord help me with words today. It's just a big old bully mix. You know, the breed everybody wants to make look big, rough and tough. You have 7. Good for you, girl. Listen, I worked in rescue. I actually had my own rescue. It was called Boomer's Wish. I did it for many, 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 many years. And I loved it. I took in a lot of the older dogs. I took in a lot of fighting dogs. I took in mostly seniors. I loved the seniors, and I took in terminally ill, or, you know, heartworm positive, so forth. And it got to a point where I will always help. I still help. Hi, B. Yes, Shelly, I feel you there. And doing that, and no joke, will financially hurts very much. However, but it took a very big emotional toll on me. As most of you know, I love kids, so it's kind of rough because, you know, you go into situations like that. And yes, you're dealing with dogs, but you deal with children, and it's kind of a sad world. No joke. So I do help where I can. I'll transport, I'll foster, I'll do what need be in an emergency. But I couldn't do it on my own anymore. You know, we were all volunteer based. I had fosters that fostered for me, and I absolutely loved it. I don't regret a minute of it. However, for me emotionally, I was at a breaking point. And when you have kids, it's rough. So, but I loved it, and I'll always have rescues, and I'll always take in the seniors because I love them. Nothing better than an old dog, I say. I don't have the energy for a puppy. No energy for a puppy. Yes, I love rescues. All right, so we just put some more gold on there, and I'm gonna go ahead and rub some silver in. And I know this is kind of like repetitive. You go back and forth and back and forth. You didn't want to put it in writing. Listen, you don't want to know how many dogs I've had in my house at one time. It was a lot. It was way more than 7. Thank you. It was just an old tray I got at a thrift store. It wasn't even one of those really good ones. Otis got new jammies because of his allergies. He broke out so bad last week. He actually was scaring me a little bit. I had to put jammies on him so he'd stop scratching at his poor self. So the same type of jammies you all saw him in, just a different color, different pattern. He is my baby. There we go. So I like that with a little more silver. Does that seem aged enough? Does it look like it was supposed to be that way? I'm not a painter. No Bob Ross am I. But I think it looks cute. I want it to kind of have that old feel. All right, so the tray and the mirror are done. Now we got to kind of decide what we're due with the brush. You love Otis and his jammies. I don't know if Otis loves his jammies. You know what, we do need to glue. I wanted to glue this piece down right into that mirror. And today I'm going to plug in the PJs will keep him from scratching so much. It worked well. Yes. Thing is, he's so big, so I can't find, he doesn't seem like it maybe on camera. And I'm used to him. I'm used to how big he is. So the print I got, Lisa, off of Etsy. So if you actually, I don't want to say it wrong. Where is the plug? Hello? Here I am. Okay. I want to say it was Kat's Design Corner on Etsy, but if you Google it, you'll find this print, and there's a few more prints. And she is the one that pops up first when you Google Marilyn Monroe rice paper on Etsy. I got it a long time ago, and I have several of those prints. I have several other prints, and she sells them in the big and the small sizes. I love it. So I've done many Marilyn Monroe kind of photo boards, and I detail out the photo boards. I just embellish them and give her, you know, anywhere she's wearing jewelry, or I put a necklace on her, what have you. They're all gone. I've sold them all. However, I love her prints. So if I find her, I will put her link up. Actually, I wanted to message her and ask her if she was on Facebook and maybe put a link up for her page. But I'll tell you what, Robin Song just got in a beautiful Marilyn Monroe print that I have not seen yet. I I can't put her, I wish she was on here. So I did message a few of you that asked where I got her, the pen art from, which was Robin's song. You can find her on Facebook. So she's on here sometimes. I'll have to remember to put the link on. I did message the link to a few people just a little bit ago, so I can send you her link too. So the brush, what I'm thinking is we're gonna kind of do the same thing. I'm gonna paint the brush black. So we're gonna do the black metallic. You guys know I always use this Folk Art black metallic paint. And then we're gonna use the Folk Art multi-surface, just regular black. It's just pure black satin. And mix a little bit of that in there. And paint this brush in this comb. Brush. So I'm hoping he's downstairs finishing most of my wrapping. I think I'm finally getting sort of feeling a little bit of relief that I've gotten a few things done, so I feel a little better about going to work tomorrow. So I'm not going to touch like rice paper fuzzies. I'm not going to touch the inside of the brush. I'm going to do the side and the back. Or maybe I will touch the inside of the brush. We'll see. Hi, Deb. How are you? Cruz Designs. Thank you for popping in. Deb, how was your page working today? I was kind of paying attention today, and some seem to be pretty decent, and a couple seem to not be. So, kind of curious to see how many responses or comments I missed today. Hi, Bailey. How are you, honey? Here comes Otis, guys. I hear him prancing in. Bubby, where are you going? Hey, Bub. I guess he's not coming in. So yeah, I have a hard time keeping jammies on him because he's just so wide. Same thing with his collar. It's actually got to be specially ordered because he's got such a wide neck. Here he comes, guys. They want to say hi. Come here. Say hi. You say hi. Say hi. He's a good boy. Okay, do you want the blow dryer? Because I know you don't. No. This is a fun dog to give a bath to, I will tell you that. You don't want the paint. Bring it down, guys. It's the Otis. Told you, he needs his own show. Are you just gonna hang out there, bud? Trying to grab this. I guess I could have bought a black brush and it would have made life much easier, but... And remember, this isn't getting used, so it's just really being made to look pretty. You're about to shift my whole chair over, bub. And this is what he does. He finds my sweater that I always have laying over there, and he pulls it down and he lays on it. Right now he's got his head resting on the stool where the sweater is. Now if I'm not home, he has to lay on my blanket. All right, guys, I think we, are you guys seeing comments? Because I lost them. Hi, Jenny. How are you, darling? I can see hearts. I can't see comments. I wonder if I go out and come back in. He will follow and watch you. Okay, so now I'm starting to see comments. See, I got to keep looking. He is not looking for his jammies. Nope, no comments. See, now I'm seeing the comments. I'm not seeing them on my phone. I'm seeing them on here. Okay, as long as you guys can see them. I'll entertain myself if need be. Or we'll just have Otis entertain you, either way. But there's no cookies. He's looking for cookies in the box. It's a brush. He looks like he's starving, right? Hi, Mary, how are you? Hi, Trisha, welcome in. So those of you that are just popping on for whatever reason, Facebook wants to be wonky tonight and not show comments. So I'm not ignoring you. You'll bring him cookies, he'll love you forever. Hi, Kathy, how are you? I guess I just gotta keep reloading my page. So we're just painting over this brush. This is going to that vintage tray setup that we're doing. So we did the mirror last night. We're doing the brush and the comb tonight. I just kind of touched up the tray a little bit. I don't know how many times you've popped on and watched somebody, you can't lay on the gem box, but, and watch somebody paint a hairbrush, so I'll just keep explaining it. People will be logging in going, girl, she's painting a hairbrush. Hi, Beverly, how are you? He wants a treat, he's being good. Kathy, you hit your 600. Guys, thank you for those who liked her page earlier and followed. She wanted to hit 600 so bad and she hit it, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I know what it feels like to hit your goal, so I saw your post and I was like, yep, we'll find you 8 more people. We're going to do the same thing to the comb. And then we're going to play with them and make them pretty. If you guys are coming in here under, feel free to come in here under your business name, please. And I always encourage everybody to follow Odie. He's going to be trouble tonight, I'm telling you. He's definitely looking for cookies. I got nothing. Please come in under your business name and everybody like, follow each other. I always say it's free to hit the follow button. It means the world to us, that's for sure. There are awesome people in the craft world. That's what I love about it. I'm good, Beverly. I just keep having to reload my iPad down here because my phone doesn't want to show me comments for whatever reason. So I'm missing comments again tonight. I got off my live yesterday and realized, I'm like, I know there were people talking. I didn't understand what was going on. And I see you're all popping off and back on. And then when I got off my live, I realized it wasn't me. It was Facebook. Jenny, are you going on tonight, honey? Are you doing a live after? See, I have to keep coming out and coming back in. I love the look he just gave you. So cute. He does want some love. And that look, I'll post the picture of the look he was giving me this morning because I actually sent it to a friend of mine and said, come pick him up because he's being pathetic. He definitely has the look. I'll post it. It was me laying on the couch in my jammies, so he has the look down pat, and he knows it too. My hands are gonna be all black. You see comments now? They're like randomly coming in. I will be doing my tree, so I had said when I first popped on that I forgot when I went to the store to get something and I have to grab it. So it's right down the road. When I jump off of here, I'll need about 45 minutes, an hour. I'm just going to run up to the store, grab what I need, and I'll come back and I'll let you guys know about 10 minutes before I'm ready to jump on. So if you want to see the trees, I put up the crazy candy tree that, you know, some of that stuff, wow, is getting so old, and it's so, you know how you're scared to move it because you're going to break it? Well, that's how some of that stuff's getting. You forget how old your kids are or how old you are. There is a huge issue. I'm telling you, Shelly, I got off of my live yesterday. I messaged my one friend, and I think I told Jenny and Polycat too. I'm like, I think I was next to tears because I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I must be boring people because no one's talking to me. And it wasn't just me. And actually, a friend of mine does sales by doing the lives, and she didn't understand what was going on either. And you could see the look on her face. And no matter what I said, how many times I left the room and came back in to try to help her, she wasn't seeing any of my comments. So I felt so bad. And I'm like, well, now that I know what's going on, I figured, well, if I don't see comments, I'll just sit here and craft and pretend I'm talking to you, apparently. All right, so we have those painted black. I'm gonna let those sit for 1 second, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go over that with the gold. I'm gonna put these drawer knobs away. Hi, Wanda. And I don't think it's you guys. I think it's Facebook. So I see you guys popping out and back in, but it's not. I don't think it's that. I think they're doing a update and it's causing issues. So yeah, when I come back, I'll give you guys like a 10-15 minute warning when I'm gonna go live, and we'll take you down to the trees. I just did the 2 this year. The one is a black tree, and it's all like white angel wings, butterflies, butterfly wings, with silver on it. And then I know I gotta paint in between the bristles, but you know, it's gonna stay this way. It's not gonna be face up. It'll be down. It's okay. It is Facebook for sure. So now this is just I told you guys yesterday, like a matte finish metallic gold paint that I found at like a discount store by us. And I've played with it a few times. I kind of like it. Of course, I don't know where else to get it or anything, and they don't have it anymore. So once it's gone, it's gone. I want kind of a fluffier brush. And I'm dry brushing all this on. So you're going to kind of dip and then wipe the excess off. Like I said, if I don't see your comments on here, I always go back after and I'll answer any questions and comment back to you guys. So until they get this figured out, I guess we all just get to talk to ourselves, apparently. For shizzle. Did you just say that? See, that's why I love you. You're so funny. You crack me up. Because I can see you saying it. Hi, Becky. How are you? Becky, I sent you a message earlier. You won a blessing bag on my live last week, and I never got your address. I need your address, darling, because I sent them out today, and I wanted to send yours out too. So we're not going to pay too much attention to the bottom of this because really it's going to be sitting this way. It was me, yes. I know we can't come in and message you under our business page. We have to do it under our private page. So I know it throws people off because they don't know, is it really me or not? Hi, Patty. How are you? Welcome in. Perfect. Yeah, just message it to me and then I'll send your bag out. I'll try to send it out Friday. If I don't, I always go to the post office Tuesdays to send them out. If I don't go Friday, then I'll go Tuesday. I'm sorry. You're very welcome. So we got the gold brushed onto that. We're going to do the same thing with the comb. How are you, darling? If you're new to our page, feel free to let me know where you're from. It's Nicole from the Valley. We're doing I know, I'm over here painting a brush and a comb. So I am of sound mind. I understand this looks crazy, but we're doing like an old tray makeover. And we're doing the mirror. We did the mirror last night. And the tray, and we're going to make the brush and the comb match it, kind of like those vintage tray sets. I told my husband today, I said, some of these people are going to pop on and be like, this girl is painting a brush, literally. He said, well, it is you. So if they know you, they'll stick around and watch and see what happens. If anything, just for a laugh. I said, yep. And we're just trying to make all these pieces sort of match, and then we're going to add a lot of fun sparkle to them. Hi B, how are you? I'm going to have to go out, come back in. That's this fun game of go out, come back in. No, see, now that's my son-in-law that causes a lot of problems on Christmas and Easter. Remember how I told you they turned my house upside down? Yeah. He's one of the troublemakers. It is messed up again, Marcia. I'm sorry. I had already said I keep trying to scroll out and back in, and then when I scroll out and back in, I can see your comments and catch up on them. So I try to do it every couple minutes. But like I said, I will, if you guys ask any questions or anything, I will message you after. I see the comments after. Sorry, I'm cooking and using the timer on the phone. We use that phone for everything, don't we? I actually cooked today. It's been forever since I cooked. Hi, Carolina girl. How are you? So there's the comb. And we're going to do the the Pen Art silver wax paste on this as well. Hi, Crystal. Oh, I know Crystal's going to say my favorite saying, so I got to jump off and back on. Hi, Terry. How are you? Welcome in. Terry, you might like this. So we're doing an old tray. That's right, Julie. I'll remember it at some point when you pop back in. I'll be like, hi, Julie. I will never have to say your business name. So we're doing just like an old vintage tray look. And we're doing the brush, the mirror, and the comb. Hello, Schnuckles. I missed that. Are you at work tomorrow, Crystal? And we're doing the mirror, the brush, and the comb to match it. Kind of like that old vintage, when you buy that old set. So I'm going to use the Pen Art wax paste. You guys were asking about this. Stuff is awesome. Because it's been, I feel like I haven't seen you in a week. I know. I love it. I caught your replay last night. Thank you. So we're going to rub this on here. We know this is my all-time new favorite thing to use. It's just so super bright and shiny. And it's so smooth. And I just want to kind of give that same look as that mirror. And y'all know I have no rhyme or reason to the way I craft. I just go with what I like, I guess, or what I think looks. And this one was definitely a we're winging it project. I knew what I wanted in my head, so I was hoping it would come out the right way. You're very welcome. I'll have to bring Robin onto a live one day, because she did a Maryland bottle that was drop dead gorgeous, and she's not giving it up. I kept telling her it was mine, and she didn't listen to me. So we got the brush to kind of look the same, so that's the silver. Hi, Bella. How are you, darling? And then I go back over it again with black to kind of blend it in a little bit, because I don't want it to have that super strong streaky look. So we'll dry brush with the black again. And it just kind of like I layered that tray and that mirror. And like I said, these aren't pieces that we're using. They're just to look pretty. They're just for decoration. I'm gonna actually take the black and a little bit of that gold, I think. And I don't want a ton of it on my brush. Just want to kind of smooth over that brightness a little bit. It was popping a little too much for me. How are you, Bella? There we go. So it got the silver effect, but not too crazy. Hi, Steve. How are you? Guys, thank you for popping in. I will be back tomorrow, Crystal. Not that I'm excited about it, but I'll be back. I do miss some of you, though. So now we need to decide, do we want to do pearls? Because we did the diamonds on this. And then we did the cameo. And those little bling pieces, gems. I don't know why the word wasn't coming to me. Thank you. So I want to glue this right into that mirror. I've been wanting to do it since yesterday. It kept falling. I thought about that. I actually have some molds. No, I have a lot of molds that I was going to put on there, but there was already so much. I'll hold it up here in a second. Let me glue this down. I'm just doing a little bit of B7000, and this is a button, so it's still kind of got that button piece on the bottom. I didn't cut it off because it'll fit right into that hole, and we'll glue it right in there. So it's already got like detail all over it. So I decided not to do the molds because had it been flat, that was kind of my plan, was to do the molds, because I got some really cool ones. Yes, pearls. All right. I know pearls kind of go. So I have this piece that I just got at Hobby Lobby. But I feel like that's pretty, this one's probably too big. I have all these beautiful like bronze. I mean, we have bling drawers left and right. We can pull those out, right? Rose gold is not gonna work. Where'd I put that trim from yesterday? I have this. I have that. I bought pearl trim. Where did I put it? There it is. I have stuff everywhere. Thank you. So I have like this pearl trim. Hello, Team BFF. My Monica. A little mold on the brush might look good. I was wondering that. I don't know what I have. I could always add one. I'm thinking, I don't know. This is probably too big. I mean, that's pearls. I always say nothing's, I guess, too big. But I like the gems that are on that mirror, so I kind of wanted to stick with that as opposed to going that bright silver. Now this is going to be too big. This is too wide. Now I want to see if I have enough of this. See, I feel like it's too bright for me. What if we trim the brush out with the pearl wrap? And it would take two all the way down. Do the pearl wrap just on the edges of the brush. I know, I love the diamond. I love, wait, this one? Or this one's too big for the brush. I was originally going to put that on the tray, but I have diamonds in the tray, so I guess it's all mixed metal. It really doesn't matter. Do we like this one? I think this one would look pretty on there. Let's try it, guys. If we don't like it, we can take it off, right? So the mirror, believe it or not, came from the Dollar Tree. Yes, this one. Okay, I hear you. So I got the mirror from the Dollar Tree, and I got this brush actually from Dollar General. I did buy one from Dollar Tree, but it was a smaller brush, and I liked this bigger, fatter brush better. Do we like that one? It's got that, it's got the pearls and the bling. Okay, we'll go with that. Hello, Ruth. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Feel free to say hello. How's the pup? He is good. He's a snot, but he is good. So this is already sticky, but we're going to use the B7000. All right, we're using this one. So this will be just enough pearl. And there's the bronze on here, so the mixed metal will work, right? After all, that's what the tray is, so. I'm gonna stick that right in the center. Oh, well, it's stuck now. Do we like it? I think it's cute. I know, don't glue my fingers. I glue everything what I'm supposed to. So then this, still too big, but, all right. Well, the trim we originally picked out, we're not using, period, because it's way too big. So we'll figure out the comb. All right, so we can put this one back. That one's too big. And then I have these little pearls. So I want to put something down on the handle. But I feel like I want to stay with almost that shape. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, do we think we need one down here? Do you have to seal the paint and wax? You can. I know that I'm not going to touch this, so I'm not. I thought about putting resin in the tray just to seal Marilyn. I've not personally done resin. Hi, Angel. How are you? My daughter has, so I may send this to my daughter to do. I'm not sure yet. But just to protect this, because it's going to be on my dresser. Otis, there is nothing in that box. Please go lay down. Who said they were coming to get him to give him cookies? Because just made a batch of Italian whiskey ball cookies. I love Zupa. Ask my kids. They love Zupa. Which one's gorgeous? See, everybody says, Otis, Otis, come here, on this side, bub. Over here, not over there, there's nothing in there for you. All right, we need to find something for the bottom of this brush, or we just trim the brush out in that pearl wrap. Do you think we just trim it out? I'm thinking we trim it out. There's nothing. I did feed him, guys. I don't know what the major malfunction is today. Monica, if you're still on here, I asked you to come get him earlier. There is Robin. All right, Jenny, my Jenny. So Robin's song is on here. Can you please tag or pin her at the bottom of the page? He needs extra cuddles. Come on over, Angel. So I had people asking where a lot of my waxes came from, or where I get my wax paste from. So I said I would pin you. So Robin, I know it's not your bottle, but we just did like an old Marilyn tray. She's my Marilyn sister. And we're gonna go 2 down with this, and we're gonna wrap this brush. Thank you. So if you guys are looking for the link to where I get these pen art wax, or any of the pen art products, Jenny just pinned Robin at the bottom of the page. So that is her page. You can go to her page. Follow her as well. She does amazing stuff. Amazing work. And you can find a lot of the products there on her page. Do you love it? So my whole theory was, I did this mirror too, I'll hold it up here in a second. And my whole theory was, I was gonna do the tray and then that old school like mirror and brush and comb set. So I had said earlier, a friend of mine, Jenny from Rose House Crafts, she did a mirror, and I was like, it hit me. I don't know. I'm like, that idea is brilliant, and right away I was like, I have to do a whole set because I've been wanting an antique set forever. So I'm like, well, till I get my antique set, I'll make my own, and that's what we're doing. I wasn't sure about doing it on a live for the simple fact that I was like, well, people are gonna pop on and see me, you know, painting a brush and think I've lost it. Awesome. I just placed my order last night. So we're gonna trim this in the pearl wrap. See, it just took the 2, and then we'll just leave it this way. So it's got some bling, but almost simple, if that makes sense. If I knew where I put my glue, we'd be doing good. And then we'll just figure out that comb. It's fun to watch you making. I'm glad you just decided it probably gave other people an idea. You know, sometimes you watch somebody do something and all of a sudden you're like, why didn't I think of that? And then an idea just smacks you in the face, and that's kind of what happened to this. So I messaged Jenny and I'm like, do you care if she's like, no, that's awesome. I was so excited to do it. And it's weird because it popped up on my page and it was an old video of hers. So it was like it was meant to be. Hopefully I cut enough to go around. Robin, is that bottle on its way to me? You're so sweet. Hi, Stacy. How are you? So if you guys are just popping on, Facebook is acting wonky. So if I don't see you or I don't see your comment, I have to keep refreshing my page next to me because that's not working. Oh, wow, look, it's working on my phone now. It wasn't working up on, I don't know when that happened. It's acting wonky, and a lot of creators are not seeing their comments, unfortunately. So you're kind of sitting here hanging out talking to yourself. Seems like it's going good now, though. Otherwise, it'll stop working. Oh, yeah, her bottle. Yeah. Yeah, her husband actually told me I couldn't have it. Can you believe that? He said, nope, it's ours. Kind of made me sad, not gonna lie. Your order should be there anytime. Yeah. It's not the bottle, but it's the paper. So now I have to make my own bottle. But it's not gonna be the same bottle you made. All right. So there's the back of the brush, and then we just trimmed it with the pearl trim. Do we like that? I think it's kind of cute. And I think we're just gonna keep the back of the brush the way it is. Unless once this dries, I may go around like I did with this mirror. So with the mirror, I did those like bronze stones. You can see it on the edge of those scallops. Hi, Stella, how are you? I can put those on the edge of these pearls just around the top of the brush. But I won't torture you on a live doing that because this has got to drive. It's not driving anywhere. This has got to dry right now. So I may put those bronze stones right across the whole top of this as well. Your bottle will be amazing. You're so funny. So now the comb. All we have left is the comb. So we have Marilyn. We have the tray. We have the brush I just showed you. And the mirror. So now we got to figure out this comb scenario. I picked the bigger comb as opposed to the smaller one, hoping we can figure out, thinking it would be easier to do. Thank you, Robin. I have to go buy some bling pieces. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be a big bling piece girl, and the more I work with it, the more I love it. So we need to put something smaller on here. I kind of want to stick with the pearls. What if we just put that round pearl at the bottom of this? Maybe. Or we could do bronze. Or this is going to be too big for it. So what if we did, so I have this big round one that I showed you earlier. I like it, I don't know, there's something about it. Do we stick that on there? Bring it down. and then go up just the, I feel like it's too big. Let me think. These pearls are going to be too big. Thank you, Becky. Sorry, I'm kind of having a brain fart at the moment on what I want to do with this. This is where you sit here going, yep, I'm on a live and I'm lost. All right, I think I got it. And then this will match the brush. All right, I got it, guys. So we're gonna take this trim, and if I cut just one row, it's gonna go all the way around that comb. And then I have a piece that's gonna match this and that brush to go right at the bottom of the comb. So we still got pearls and diamonds. And then I can embellish right at the top of those teeth. I want to bring in that bronze color a little bit. So I can put those bronze gems right at the top of those teeth of that comb, so that it all meshes together. I mean, it could be mix and match, it's fine, but I want to kind of tie the piece like it belongs together. Sorry, sometimes you got to sit back and go, wait a minute. And I want to just throw something together. I've gotten this far. You got to take a second and think about it. I think the hubby gave up on wrapping. I hear him. He's upstairs. He won't wrap clothes, guys, so I'm going to have to figure out time to wrap all that. If it's not in a box, he don't want to wrap it. So we see this trim. It's just got that pearl. Back up. It won't focus. That better. So we just took one row off of it. And we're going to go right along the edge of the comb with this. And this will stick pretty quick. This is that iron-on ribbon thing that you get in, if I could talk, would be doing good. Does that mean I get socks? Oh, are you doing a live soon, Robin? Because I want to see what that bronze looks like. Because I love the silver wax paste as opposed to the Rub and Buff. I'm going to be a hard one to sell instead of antique Rub and Buff, but I really do want to try the bronze pen art wax paste. I kind of like I don't know. I'm a consistency person, so I kind of like the control of it better, if that makes sense. So I think that's why I like it, but I love antique bronze Rub and Buff, so I do too. Bailey, you're not getting socks. I don't think I got anybody's socks this year. I keep forgetting you're on here and I can't talk about what I got you guys. So yeah, he'll only pack or wrap boxes. I have to wrap everything else. We like that? It literally fit just perfect. So you get this in the fabric section of the trim, and it's kind of that sticky back iron-on trim. I use a lot of it. I love it. But you don't want to stretch it and pull on it. You just want to lay it down the way it goes, because otherwise it'll pull back. I've learned that lesson the hard way. This is probably better suited for somebody that can see what they're doing. Tomorrow we'll do a live. I was going to do one tonight, but my back's put from trying to make outdoor houses. Hi, Jamie. How are you, darling? Thanks for coming in. So we're going to cut that right there. Thank you, Jenny, for pinning Robin down at the bottom. Do we like that? It just gives it a little, like I said, we're not using these pieces. They're just decorative. I just want them to sit pretty. Is that how the saying goes? Sit pretty? We're going to go right up to the edge of the tooth of this comb with the rest of the trim. I see you guys popping in and out. I'm sorry, darling. Tomorrow I'll do it live. Oh, that's so sweet. It's supposed to get wicked here. I just heard a friend of mine messaged me before I came live. And she's got birds, and she goes, if we lose power Friday, what am I supposed to do for my birds? And I said, what are we talking about? Apparently, we're supposed to get 60 to 70 plus mile an hour winds and a wicked, wicked storm. I knew nothing about, because I don't watch the news anymore. I'm one of those that just, I can't stomach it half the time anymore. So I had no idea. Great. I'm off Friday, and then we work half the day. Saturday is Christmas Eve, right? I think Saturday is Christmas Eve. So then the storm's supposed to last till Saturday night, and my son's driving up Saturday, so I hope we get the brunt of it Friday so that he doesn't have to drive in at Saturday. Because that's going to make me a nervous wreck. But yes. See, Robin, I knew I loved you when I found out you loved Marilyn. And then Princess Di, James Dean, the kitties. I'm telling you. You might be my missing sister. All right, guys. So we got the pearl wrap on there. I'm going to try to come out and back in. Did you? Yeah, I can't watch it anymore. So I was going to ask you, Robin, are you a Stevie Nicks fan? Because that was my next question. Jenny, are you having a hard time staying on? I see you popping in and out, babe. I'm sorry if Facebook is being a pain tonight. It's not on my end. I don't know. There's nothing I seem to be able to do about it. And so then I was thinking, I'm going to lay that for a second and give it a minute to dry. So we have the brush with that. And then I have, this is Totally Dazzled. And we can put this on the bottom of the comb. And that would almost perfectly match that. I don't watch the news either, no. Where's my good snippers? So we're going to cut the back of this off. I do. I love, love, love Stevie Nicks. It was like a definite idol for me. All right, so my next one is, does anybody on here know who my famous husband is? So I'm going to let you guess, Robin, since we seem to like everything the same. So I'm left-handed, so we're going to go this way. So he's a singer. Definite rock, same era. So I'm gonna leave you to guess who it is my husband. And there's a couple people in here that know, so don't answer her. I tell my husband all the time. I'm like, you're my real husband, but you know, if he ever came along, I wouldn't know who he is. I sometimes laugh and say I was born in the wrong era. No, my hubby isn't. My wannabe hubby is a famous singer who I would love to be my hubby. I just call him my hubby. You have no idea. We'll go long hair. He still rocks it. That's for sure. He likes frilly things, kind of like Stevie Nicks does. And you know, what's funny is a lot of my shirts have like the frilly arms. No. How do I say it? Steve, are you still on here? Because you would be good. You know who I'm talking about. You know, you would be good at giving clues. So there's the comb. And we can add, I can play with this for hours and put gems on it. So we have the comb, the brush. I'm trying not to hold the edges too hard. Love that. I have the mirror. And then the tray. Yes, Steven Tyler. That is my, yes. That is my dream to meet him. I love this tray. So I'm just excited to have the tray. So we'll do the tray. So we got the brush. Like I said, I was just making my own little set here. We have the mirror and then the comb. And I was going to embellish Marilyn, but I'm just going to leave her the way she is. The mirror covered her up. I don't want to put these on top of each other until they dry. I know you're looking at my messy board here. Painting isn't always neat. Can you see all that? Bring it down. He looks like a wet piece of lettuce. No, stop it, Jenny. Just stop it. He does not. Don't say things like that. Yes, Steven Tyler. Love him, love him, love him. So there's my set. I don't know what you guys think. I kind of like it. I love the tray. And it was not a very pricey thing to make, so I just love her just how she is. Yes, I didn't want to, you know, when I do my photo boards, I embellish. She's got glitter all over her. But I wanted to keep her the way she was. I like it. Besides that, I want to use her as a tray. So I may have my daughter resin this and resin it up to the top of this bling, just so I can place stuff on the tray. And I might make it my perfume bottle tray, because I have a bunch of empty perfume bottles that I'd love to stick on a tray as opposed to that shelf. Thank you. Yes, I love it. I think I did pretty good for a dollar, you know, dollar store brushes, up until, you know, I decided I'm going to actually do it and go ahead and buy my own set. One day I'll own one. See, I wanted to stick this on. I don't know. I love these feathered. I get them in the wedding section at Hobby Lobby. And when they're half off, they're like 99 cents. They're cute. I was gonna stick it up on the tray, but that's actually super cute on the brush. Now that I'm looking at it. Do we like that on the brush? Because it's got, here, it's got these bling pieces on it. And it'll twist and glue right onto there. And I wanted to do something right underneath that handle. Let me get it on there. It'll lay sort of like this, but I want to wait till that trim dries. Hold on. I'll get it. I'll get it. Oh boy. Do we like that? Like on the brush with the feathers. My hands shake when I hold things, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I would play with the feathers so it doesn't cover up that piece, but we could just wrap it around. Yes? Okay. I'll add that on, and then I'll take pictures of this later. And actually, I have 2 of them, so like I said, it's just decorative, so of course it's gonna be on the comb, but I don't know if I like it on the comb as much as on the brush. I might add this to the brush just to give it a little bit of oomph. All right, guys. Well, that is that. I am going to run off to the store, and then I will let you guys know. Let me bring it back up. Maybe not. It doesn't want to cooperate. And then I'll jump back on here and give you guys like a 15-minute heads up, and I'll take you down to see the trees, and then that'll be it for tonight. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll be on live tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm doing. Robin, look at this bottle I bought. Well, laughing at it, I was saying it was Egyptian last night. I got some really, 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 really cute bottles the last few days. I got really lucky. So now I probably won't see one for months, but I got some really cute ones. So we'll do that Maryland bottle as soon as that paper gets to me. So like I said, I'll give you guys a 15-minute heads up. Thank you for being with me tonight. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you for always being here. I appreciate it. I adore each and every one of you. You have a wonderful evening. Pop back in about an hour, and I will show you my angel tree, my angel and butterfly tree, and my kids' candy tree. You guys have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.